Welcome to another edition of Essay Today on this chilly Tuesday evening. I'm Brian Chung. Tonight, Academic Affairs Vice Chair Ben Jones to talk about an external review happening at the SU Library. Also, we'll have our essay meeting report with our reporter Anna Giles, but as always, we begin with your campus headlines. Remembrance Week doesn't start until next week, but there is already activity going on campus. Yesterday, the Remembrance Scholars placed empty chairs in honor of each SU student who died on the plane crash of Pan Am 103 in 1988. Students and members of the SU community can leave messages of remembrance on the chairs and good deeds that they have done for the community. The chairs were put in different campus buildings in the area and will remain there throughout the week.
So the chair campaign, there's 35 chairs to represent 35 students who were lost on Pan Am Flight 103 bombing. And what we've done is we've taken 35 empty chairs to sort of look back and remember them. And then we're asking people to write good deeds that they've done, that they plan to do, in an attempt to act forward in their memory. So basically it's just an attempt to embody some of the really great things students on this campus are doing every day and put them in the memory of these 35 students.
And Syracuse University fell outside of the list of 100 most expensive schools according to the Campus Grotto website. Case Western Reserve took the 100th position with a cost of almost $53,000. SU costs came around that price range but failed to make the list. The cost includes tuition, housing, food, and fees, but does not include the cost of transportation, textbooks, and other expenses. We asked some students to give their take on the list.
I think that's good that we're not on that list, because if we were, it'd be more expensive. So, yeah.
And in other news, Jeffrey Katzenberg, the CEO of DreamWorks Animation, will speak tomorrow on campus as part of a CEO forum sponsored by USA Today. Katzenberg will be interviewed by reporter Mike Snyder about his career in the animation industry. He was the president of Paramount Pictures and chairman of the Walt Disney Studios before founding DreamWorks in 1994 with Steven Spielberg and David Geffen, and has seen the success of major animation movies like Shrek, Madagascar, and Kung Fu Panda. The forum will be held in the Herg Auditorium at 4 p.m. Today, the Community Folk Arts Center is collaborating with the Student Rebuild organization on campus for the 1 Million Bones workshop. The two-part workshop is currently taking place at the Folk Arts Center, and it features a multimedia presentation on genocide and a bone-making activity. This is one of 35 workshops in the Northeast that is being hosted by the Student Rebuild organization. The musical traditions of African diasporan comes to Syracuse with the music series A Journey Through Music. This year-long series will be performed by Bill Horace Band this Thursday at the Community Folk Arts Center. The music series explores the legacy of African diasporan musical traditions, which blends jazz and contemporary tunes. The Thursday event will be sponsored by University College, and the event will be free for all students. And on Wednesday, you can catch the Alonzo Drummond Duo at Krause College. Tomorrow's performance will feature Orle Alonzo on piano and Evan Drummond on guitar. The duo's performance will highlight the repertoire of musical instruments that originated in Spain and Cuba. Tomorrow's concert is free and open to the public. Coming up next on Essay Today, our beat reporter will join us to talk about improving communication between police and students, as well as essay elections. We'll be right back.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to SA Today. The Student Association had its weekly General Assembly meeting last night at the Shine Student Center. Joining us for a recap of last night's meeting is our beat reporter, Anna Giles. Anna?
Thanks, Brian. Student Association President Dylan Lustig wants to strengthen communication between campus, police, and students. His efforts come after an event at the Carrier Dome this Friday that was forced to shut down early because of a stabbing. The incidents didn't involve SU students.
It's one thing to have something like this happen, off campus. It's a completely different thing when it happens right in our front yard, and it's scary.
Now, Lustig has met with DPS Chief Tony Callisto and Dean of Student Affairs Thomas Wolf about campus security. Lustig suggested that DPS host town hall-style meetings where students could ask questions and express concern after Friday's incidents. Lustig worries he's sending conflicting messages to students.
I remember just sitting there reading the email, just being like, no, like this. Just know, I've gone around telling students that you're perfectly safe, just remember the safety tips, and here something like this happens on campus in the Dome.
SA presidential elections have just started, but tensions are already rising. Lustig started Monday night's meeting with a request that SA members stop arguing on Facebook. Lustig was not happy with various SA members who argued over SA codes and regulations online and said members should focus on their initiatives instead. SA member Dan Hernandez says the tension is to be expected.
I think the tensions are just higher. I don't think they ever kind of reach a boiling point. It's just that election season is a very, it's a time where things are changing, and so naturally just people, because it's not as steady as the rest of the year, people tend to get agitated quicker.
In other business, Lustig has announced that students will now have free online access to the New York Times. 600 students can now access the newspaper online through their net ID. Access to the accounts changes daily and is awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. Brian, back to you.
Thank you very much, Anna. So let's talk a little bit about that town hall meeting that Dylan Lustig proposed. What are the details of this new town hall style, and can we expect to see this anytime soon?
Now, Brian, the details of this haven't been solidified just yet. What President Lustig is trying to do is increase communication between DPS officers and students because, he says that students, quite frankly, skip over emails and maybe don't read them fully. And he's trying to make DPS's presence more, just larger on campus. He suggested things like DPS, sending a representative to dining halls even. So town hall meetings at this point are just a suggestion and something that he's working to get in place.
Okay, thank you very much, Anna. And next on SA Today, SA Student Affairs Vice Chair Ben Jones will be joining us in the studio. Don't go away.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
The big guy comes off the bat, hitting 342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers. This first pitch is fouled between back.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. Joining us tonight is Academic Affairs Vice Chair for SA, Ben Jones, to talk about the SU Library. Ben, good evening.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So what's the latest about the library here at SU?
Well, the library right now as we speak is going through what's called an external review process. Every now and then the library has to be accredited by an outside body. That's part of this process. Just yesterday there was a meeting held by that external review team to assess what students think about the library, any issues that they might have.
Right. So obviously the external review board coming in to take a look at how our library is doing. What kind of things are they looking for exactly?
Well, they just want to make sure that the library is doing all the things it can to be a resource for the students. I was present at the meeting, as were some other SA members. Academic Affairs traditionally has a good relation with the library. They're looking primarily at computers. Students express concerns with availability of computers as well as speed of computers. They also talk about how students don't necessarily know all the resources the library has to offer. They actually, like, you can rent out digital cameras, video cameras, laptops from the library, and a lot of people don't know that.
So, you know, making that apparent to students, how does the Academic Affairs Board, as well as you know, the university, plan on trying to tell people about that?
Well, that is primarily a library concern. Academic Affairs' job is to facilitate student communication with the library administration. The library has their own team to go about PR. There is a library advisory board that has students on it, and they handle that as well. It's very important for students, I mean, just to go into the library and explore a little bit, because even just taking a tour can really enlighten you as to what the library has to offer.
Right. So in addition to the computers and the amount of resources that the library has to offer, was there anything else that the External Review Board got feedback from the students?
Students also talked about how, well, they talked about what they liked about the library as well. The library does a very good job of employing people who know what they're doing and who can provide resources to students when they have questions to ask. The library is a little disorganized. They're moving things around. There's construction, of course, in Carnegie, and the staff has been very good at assisting students and making sure they get what they need.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Academic Affairs, Ben Jones here with us. And we appreciate it. Thank you for all that. Thank you. That's all for this edition of SA Today. Remember, Student Association meeting is this Monday at 7:30 p.m. in the Shine Underground. For SA Today, I'm Brian Chung. Remember to tune in tomorrow for Citrus TV News Live at 8:30 on OTN here on Channel 2. Have a great night, Syracuse.